Okay, g'day, how you going? This is Ian Harris from Australia here. Going to do a painting, acrylic, with a 40 by 50 canvas board. And I've got some paint, 3 colours and some grey again, white, phthalo blue and dioxazine purple. Okay, so we're going to need some water. Whatever brushes you're happy with putting brush onto the board with and blending, maybe a knife or two, see how we go. So we've got a canvas board here. It's not as porous as material. I'll give it a little bit of water just to soak it up. Oh, and retarder, good old retarder. We're going to need some retarder. Okay, so I'm going to put some of that on the white paint. Spray the white paint as well, with water, just to make it travel further. Because I want this to be really blending. Real quick, easy job. You don't have to muck around with it for ages. Okay. It's all painted white. Didn't take long, did it? Takes longer to make a cup of tea. And we're going to get the dioxazine purple with some retarder dribbled on it. I'll clean that brush. And we're sort of going for an up and downy look. Get a bit of water on that as well to make it travel. I'm putting it on the canvas, dabbing it. Now I'll grab a rag. I'm going to grab a rag and just wipe the bulk of paint off my brush. Because what I want to do is blend this down into the white a bit. Now, as you know, the retarders allowed that to stay wet longer. And then we'll blend the rest of this to make it look seriously good. Now what I want with this, I want some darker sections in it. So I'm going to grab the dioxazine again, the dioxazine violet, purple, and I want to get it wet. So it's going to travel. Okay, and I'm going to just blend that as well. So we've got our dioxazine purple and there's some darker tones in there as well. Now we get our phthalo blue. We're putting retarder into that one as well. And we're going to come from the bottom. Oh, well, mainly here I want to mix. Get a bit of water in that as well. Get it to the purple, just get it there. And then you can blend it to the purple. I found it is easier by mistake, it is easier to blend the lighter colour up to the dark. Otherwise, if I put the purple on blending into the blue, which I've done in the past, that contaminates the lighter colour. I usually use a primary blue. I'm using phthalo blue in this one. Now to me that needs a bit of white, so I'm just going to get a bit of white and stab in there. See what the white does? Just to lighten it up. And maybe as we get higher to the sky, get some white up here. Because that phthalo blue was quite dark. Now I'm going to blend that back into there. That's it. So I've got a nice transition of light to dark. Because this is going to have a bit of a foreground on it, but a really simple foreground. Because I want you out there to be able to look at this painting and be able to paint it as well, okay? That's the main objective in my videos. Got to try and hurry. Because the retarder helps it stay wet, but it's not going to sit there and go, I'll take all day. Now I'm going to grab my hog bristle fan brush and get some clouds into the sky. So we've also so we'll start up about here somewhere. Just chop them up. Do a bit. I've got a clean brush and I'm going to blend it down. Okay, now I'll wash that brush. Get some more white paint. Chisel it onto me. And then I want to go again. See this cloud? I'm going to sit him behind this next one. So forth. Grab your clean brush and blend this down into the bottom. Now this is going to slowly dig into that purples and blues you've done, which will be good for the clouds. See, at the moment I would not normally paint a cloud like this, but I know I'm going to put some other layers over here. I'll try and get my camera closer. You can have a better look. Now here we go again. Clean the brush again, because it's got all contaminated paint in it. Get your white paint on the brush and go again. Fill him up. And then I've got to bleed this down again. See, so I'm kind of doing it in layers. Some more here. Just like doing your choppy rail clouds, I suppose. But see how easy this is? It's child's play. Now I'm cleaning the brush again. And get some more white paint on there. Because we want real bubbly clouds into this sky. Come over the front of them a bit, play with it. This is probably the easiest way to get some busy funneling clouds, I suppose. See, I don't like the way this pattern's happening there, right? Can you see that? So what I'm going to do is accidentally go whoosh. Oh, there we go, and I mixed it up. Just mix it up. Wash the brush again. This is probably the most part of the painting you want to take your time with. We'll go over here a bit as well. We want some of the stuff happening in the middle. Like so. See, I'm putting this on as I'm doing it. If I was like rubbing it in, I'm mudding up my brush too quick, more quicker than what I need to do. Now see here, I want to leave that transition of light and dark. That's what you've got to look for. And it'll just give you that different, it might not be an exact cloud, but at least it's going to represent a cloud in your painting. Wash the brush again. Don't forget to wash your brush all the time. If you've got 50 million brushes all lined up, you can just keep picking them up as you go. That'll be great, eh? Now we're going to get some more over here. Dab it on. See, this paint's very wet. Now if this background was dry, I'd be having one hell of a time trying to blend all this with the acrylics the way I'm doing it now. That is why the retarder helps me out. Alright, we're getting our clouds virtually finished. So now you've done the layout of the clouds the way you want them. You'll get your brush again and you'll just sort of come and highlight some of them. Sort of sit them in front and behind each other. I've done this before in videos, so you must have an idea what I mean. And you just sort of putting crowns on them here and there and sitting bits back, sitting bits forward. And now the very last bit, I want to just get the corner of it maybe, come down the bottom here using the edge of the thing. I'm digging into the paint now. Digging in, digging in, digging in. And then that's going to be blended. That looks horrible at the moment. That's going to be blended down into the atmosphere, okay? And pretty much that's the cloud layout that I'm wanting for this picture. See, I might, just to be, see it looks too white there, get some of the blue and put some dark bits in it. Just so it looks pillowy. And the same again, blend them in. That's pretty much it. And what I've got to do now is get my trusty hairdryer so as I can dry this and put me moon on there. You all know how I do me moon. And that was pretty much the sky I was looking for. So we're going to hairdry it now. Alright, so I've got our moon template, and actually before I started I knew what size I'll cut the circle out to. So we'll put this onto there. And then we'll get my mixed grey again and the sponge. I've got some grey mixed up here. Grab my sponge. Now I'm just going to wet the board. Rub the sponge into it. Now it's only a small moon, it doesn't need a lot of detail. So we're going to put our moon in there, like so. Turn it around, get the white. I want a bit more sharper white right on the edge there maybe. Lost a bit of grey, so I'll put a bit back there. Alright, well let's have a look at that. That's fine, I think. That'll do for a moon. Okay, there's our moon. Now we'll put some stars in the sky. I will use my white paint pen. I'll take this off. And we'll dab some stars. See how easy they go on? It's just one of those pens you push down, and it's pretty good for doing stars. I use it for my autograph, so I'll just get a few on there. You can put a bunch in a group. Okay, I think the moon always has some big one around it, eh? We'll put that big one there. You know? Now we'll put the simplest foreground in front of this. I'm just using the straight dioxazine purple, and I'm just going to paint me foreground on the bottom, okay? So we'll put something to represent this. I've sprayed it up a bit so it'll flow off the brush onto the painting better. Get it all painted in there first, and then we'll muck around with it. We'll put some grass on it, eh? I want this wet because I've got to scratch up some cheeky grass. Just the minutest. That's all I wanted. Like, this is good beginner's painting, okay? Now we're just going to put two simple trees into this. Okay, I got my number 2 liner. I'm going to wet the brush in some water and get it loaded up. And we'll probably put just one on each side. And we'll hold the brush upright Now we don't want to go too crazy with our trees either. I have a problem going too crazy, so less is best. So I'm twisting it as I go to get the beautifulest fine point on there. And I might put another one just next to it to make that the thickness of the main trunk, and then come out. Now this tree is going to be a woody, sticky, dead tree. Okay? Come up, twist it out. Anyway, there's one simple tree, and we'll put one on the other side, somewhere here. This paint you need reasonably wet to flow off your brush onto the canvas. Twist, I don't know, you can't see me twisting it, but I'm twisting that liner as I go. So I'm just going to put a few branches here. I'll detail it later. It's just a matter of putting more branches on. But okay, we'll just put a frame on it and see how it looks. I'll sign it laterwards. There we go. Hope you like that little short, quick beginner's lesson for a moon sitting up in the sky there. Like and subscribe to all my videos and share them around and tell a friend, but if you don't like them, tell everybody, okay? Goodbye, good luck, good on you.